Hello everybody, and I've messed up my camera angle. Is that better? We shall see. How are we all? Today I have some oil paints. My favourite oil paints, I should say. And the Valkyrie, which needs sorting out ASAP. Why have I got all this on my thingy here? Oh god. How do I turn the volume down? Otherwise we're going to have some big problems. Where's it gone? We call this technical difficulties. Because it's gone. Oh, there we are. There we are. I have a picture of myself. Right. How do you do oil washes? I've completely forgotten. We're going to use some brown. Put that in my pot. Let's move this out of the way. Touch of the old brown. The brown will probably be used more than the black, I think. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me? What is that horrible smell? Oh, we call that one white spirits. Right, they're out of the way. Let's get some of the old white spirits on the go. This could go horribly wrong at any moment. This appears to be my mixing brush. Look at that mix. Beautiful. I'll probably do a smaller little pot for this. Still a little bit high, aren't we? Dump it in. Yes, better. Still a bit thick. Use a lot. Try not to make a mess. Always very difficult. Big old lumps there. Get rid of those. So this is my oil paint and the white spirit mix. Oh shit. We've cocked up already. Need to move that out of the way because there we go. I don't think that's thin enough. We got a little bit of wiping. There we go. Oh, that does smell beautiful. Right, let's see what happens. Testing, testing. We're gonna have to come closer. Let's try there. There we go. You know when I said it was too thick, thin? Yeah, it's too thick. Too thick. Too thin? Oh, I can't speak. Too thin. Luckily we've got some more paint here. We can go to town and mop this up. Dab it on there. We'll do a wing at a time. Now most people probably say, you're making a right mess there. You are right. I like to put it on and then put it off. it seems easier that way. Dab it in those little rivet holes. And then all we got to do, clean it off. Using the clean white spirit. Mop the excess off, and then blend the rest in. That panel there is done. I think. I think I'm making a mess. I always put my brush strokes in a direction that the craft may be moving in. Amazingly, we've got 6 of these Valkyries to do. I say we, it's really me, isn't it? I wonder if I could just wipe it off with a cloth. Be interesting, wouldn't it? For some reason that hole won't fill in. There we go. Filled in now. There we go. This panel is done. I always say it's done and then do a little bit more. That'll do. That'll do. Right, let's do this front panel. We'll build up there. Rocking, starting to get on my nerves. Needs a bit more in those gaps, I feel. Clean these ones off, they're a bit too dirty. I think that's going to be some sort of fuel flap there, but I may be wrong. Stick a bit more around that fuel flap. There we go. That wing looks pretty much done to me. We shall move on to the next wing. Dump a load in holes. There we go. Now let's wipe it off. Oh, wrong colour. I do like making cock-ups like that. I'm worried then that I've pressed the wrong button. Oh, can't get it to stay in that hole. And that is a pain. Clean this one off. Good evening, Mr. Brooks. How are you? Have you bought your Sisters of... They're not Sisters of Battle, are they? They were Sisters of Silence, that's it. It's been that long since I've referred to them by their actual name. What was that noise? I think we can come right a touch. I would say that's it for the 2 wings. Some interesting staining going around here. Let's blend that a touch, because I don't know if I like it. Right, where should we tackle next? Tackle these hail booms, I feel. I think it's easier to just paint over it, you know, and just wash it off. We'll do them front bits as well. Oh, this is that one that hurts my ears. Let's try something here. Ah, maybe the quick way. Right, what else do we need to paint? Let's do those engines. And that middle section. And this thing. That was a lot quicker. Now let's clean them up. What is that there? That's a bit of paper. I think the old smear and blend technique is the way to go. We'll do the two hull sides, the rear door. The underneath. And under the wings. Look at that filth on there. I love how I changed technique mid-model. Right, there we go. That's all the blacking done. Thin it out a bit. Encourage it to go towards the crevices. Look at that filth. If anyone's wondering, this has had a hell of a lot of coats of lacquer to prevent this oil paint actually staining the original paint job. That's not directly over paint. That would do something horrendous, I reckon. Anywhere I see it pulling. The shield arm, it all came out okay, did it? I don't know why I'm worrying so much on this under the wing. No one's ever going to see it. Let's start drying this off. What I should now be able to do, just wipe that. Haven't done them front of the wings, but the frost axe is in the freezer. I don't know what you mean. Are you trying to pull it off with super glue? It's going everywhere. Oh no. Are there any more smeared pieces anywhere? Oh god, what's happening with this bit of blue tack here? It's melting! Who knew that white spirits melted blue tack? Ugh. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Should probably leave that till it dries and then peel it off. Otherwise it's going to make a huge mess. You can see it, can't you? I think we're pretty much done. We've just got to clean up now. Any dirty bits? A bit of paper there, pull that off. Right, where are any cock-ups? Right there, a bit of blending required there. You buggered up the left hand. Alright, let's have a little goosey gander. Things are never normally as bad as you think they are. At first glance though, are they? Is that a fingerprint I see there? That shall have to be removed immediately. Some interesting things going on here with the paint. There we go. Get that filth off. Too much going on here. It's cleaning off a touch, I feel. Not going to worry about under the wing. No one's ever going to see that. But say as I start working on under the wing, the brothers blue. Still very damp in there. I don't know where I'm getting it from. Any more filth? Quite a lot of filth on this side. There we go, we look suitably weathered now, I feel. There's paper and dust all up there. What are the PVC desks, PVC pipes on the desk for? They are the armature for holding up the cameras. Is that the correct term? An armature. I think I'm starting to get a bit lightheaded on these white spirits now. Just keeps coming. I think I've done it all. And I'll find a load more dirt and filth. That's alright. They really need to be something a little bit more professional, but plumbing pipes, you know, cheap and easy. And they're a bit like Lego. You can put them together in any way you want. Too much filth in that corner. What is that? Oh, it's like a streaking effect. That wasn't my fault. It's done that by itself, but it actually looks more realistic that way. So we'll leave that. I'm not going to complain about. Feel free to copy it. Maybe if I spray painted it black, it'd look a little bit better. The thing is, I'm always chopping it up and changing it around. Well, I used to be when I used it more often. Get off! This is a nasty bit. We are very dirty round the front here. Sort of dusting now. A TV tray. What is a TV tray? Is that like one of those looks like this green mat with like two little handles on the where did that come from? Is that a grip? Oh, it stink. Yeah, is it like a little thing with the handles on that you put your dinner on while watching the TV? Is that a TV tray? I may be very wrong. That's what I'm imagining in my head. Water coming from somewhere. It's far too wet. Ah, that's the one. Have you made a miniature TV tray? This is the important question. Everyone needs a miniature TV tray in their life. You've just answered my next question. Do you have a miniature TV? But I'm a bit concerned that you don't have a miniature TV. So I feel that everyone needs a miniature TV to go with their miniature white carrot thing. Giant white carrot thing. I never did find out what that thing was called. This is actually hurts my ears. It may look like I'm just running a brush over here, but I'm sort of polishing and cleaning and blending all in one. My brush is still a little bit damp. I don't know if you can see these lines here. A bit of Dave on it. This Dave's still going. I used to watch Dave back in the day. Endless repeats of Top Gear. And perhaps some Red Dwarf. I haven't seen Dave for ages. Nowadays I just tend to watch Netflix and YouTube. A bit too much dirt on there, I feel. Hasn't changed at all. Good. Why change something that doesn't need changing, eh? Although you don't get The Apprentice on Dave, and The Apprentice is one of my favourite TV shows. Although this year I'm considering not renewing my TV license because I don't use the TV. I think the law is such that it says you have to be watching currently live broadcasts. So even if you watch things on like catch up, doesn't count. So you don't need a license for that. Only watching current stuff. And I'm not going to do that just to watch The Apprentice. But I may be wrong. I may have the TV licensing authority around my house telling me that I am a very naughty person, and then I'll go to jail for not having a TV license. So I didn't think I needed one. Look at this, it's got worse. It's got dirtier. Does anyone know what the law is? Does anyone want a TV license anymore? I mean, I think they seem quite outdated, really. Just fine now. How do they prove you're even watching live stuff anyway? It's time for the TV license to end. You either live in this country and you're due an imminent fine, or you don't live in this country. We're in the UK. Where are you? Yeah, the BBC can go and do one. I'm not interested in paying those idiots a hefty salary for doing jack shit. Oh, the USA. Yeah, you're lucky you don't have the TV license. It's not a lot of money. It's probably, what, in American, about $175 a year, perhaps? Maybe 200? It is tripe, isn't it? I think it's just too much. If it was like 40 quid, you'd probably think, oh, fuck it, I'll just pay. But when it's like over 100 quid, you're like, I don't want to pay that for nothing. Still cleaning this panel. Where's all the dirt come from? I think I spent ages putting a load of dirt on that alleged fuel flap, only for me now to take it off. What worries me is this is only the first one, and I've got another 5 of these to do. I feel like I can't be bothered. It's like taking me over an hour to do this. Where are we at? An hour and 15 minutes. It's going to be like another 5-6 hours worth. Who wants to finish them off for me? Maybe I can think of an easier way. I am sick of these damn things. This is why I'm doing this. I thought it might motivate me to get them finished. I've got all this other stuff I want to be getting on with. I'm just going to push through. I'm going to do one today, maybe one tomorrow, maybe one Sunday, and then maybe one Monday. I could have them done in a week if I did one a day, but I reckon it's more likely to be one a week. If someone was paying me, however, I may feel a little bit more inclined. A ham radio license. I remember the days Welcome to the Clothes Show. Forgot about this. This week, David Bowie shows us his miniature TV. Prince shows us a new pair of rubber trousers. And Right Said Fred model a new vest they've invented. Bin liner trousers. I am easily pleased. You know what they say? Simple things. Simple things. What year was the Clothes Show on? That was the... Can you even hear this music, or is it only just me? Well, I've just been singing along to stuff that no one else can even hear over the years. Or Hood Show. The Clothes Show. Just popped straight back in my head there. It's like nothing had changed. Oh my god. Every time I think I've finished, another bit comes along. It's like... it's comparable to when you eat a dodgy takeaway and you have to go to the loo, and every time you think you've sort of done and you can get up, you've got to sit back down because you ain't done yet. It is. That's sort of the signature thing on here now, isn't it? One day I might change the music, but I can't imagine I will, considering how hard it was. Oh, why did I just do that? You flippin' Egypt. We always have the most beautiful analogies on here. What, the first music? Yeah, but then I won't be able to... why is it see? I go completely tongue-tied. I can't even remember the words for things. Why is it I cannot speak? I am a spastic. Here we go. I feel like I'm getting somewhere now. I feel like my bowels are almost empty. Keep this one. Which one is this? This sounds like something else. Some of these songs sound like they're like retro covers. Oh yeah, we got. I will keep the Clothes Show music. That is a given. You know what, I haven't had a dodgy takeaway for a while. I feel like I fancy one. But I can't because I'm on a strict diet. Oh, you're a lucky man. Chinese. What are you going to have from the Chinese? This is the most important question in the world. When one is ordering a Chinese, which dishes do you order? I always like them balls, the chicken balls, sweet and sour chicken, and a bit of beef chow mein. But I also like crispy beef in red stuff, and I don't know what the red stuff is, but that's what I call it. I want some of that red stuff. Crispy seaweed. Did you know? Here's a fun fact for the world of people who don't know that crispy seaweed isn't actually made from seaweed. It's just like crispy cabbage and stuff. How do they cook it? Fried? I don't know. But yeah, I was amazed when I found out that what I thought was crispy seaweed wasn't actually seaweed. It's too dirty on the rear. The rear is still too dirty. Yeah, it is awesome. Speaking of spending the night on the toilet, once I had a Chinese after I was a young man, and I was seeing a young lady at the time. She invited me round for Chinese, and something in that Chinese didn't agree with me, so I had to make the old excuse of leaving the oven on, and I drove home at high speed. And the rest of the story we may have commented on earlier. God, I was ill that night. But the crispy seaweed that I had was nice. Curry. Don't talk about curry, man. Don't we always talk about food? Isn't that always our go-to? Maybe I should start a cooking channel where we just talk food. Talking food. It'd basically be like, what do you fancy? Yeah, roast dinner. Yeah, me too. Well, I can honestly say this time we've nearly done. Can you believe I've been doing these since... I think I ordered them in October, but I didn't really start building them until just before I went away on holiday, and that was in December. So that's how long these things have been sitting on my desk. About 3 months of that been idle, I reckon, where I've refused to even look at them. I think we've made more progress in the last couple of weeks than we have done the last 6 months. And it is boring, isn't it? And I am well aware it's boring. I might have to have a little side project on the go. Just a little side project. Might finish those knights that are over there. Maybe I'll do one of these. Yeah, you've been doing loads, but you seem to manage to finish like one a day. That's what it seems like to me anyway. Probably like one a month, but there you go. I used to be able to whiz through stuff, and now I can't. Look at the filth on my hand. Smells. I reckon, after this song destroys my eardrums, that we are done. I'm not done, am I? I'm still fiddling. going to fiddle a little bit more. Wait till my brush is dry. Got to be careful not to drag out the wet bits from the corner. We are never done. We are only in a state where we think that'll do. There we go, that fingerprint had better come off. That is highly unprofessional. All this with one brush, eh? One of those contrast paints out so I can do some gene stealers with contrast paints. That's something I want to do. This is like the you've just completed the game music. Congratulations on a job well done. Everyone is really pleased with the fact that you finally finished a Valkyrie after 7 months. However, there are still 5 to go. There's a fingerprint there and it won't come off. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Contrast paints. Oh my god. My short-term memory is really bad. But at least I don't suffer from short-term memory loss. As good as I'm going to get there with that. Right. Right, my man. Just clean up around that nose. I've been here so long, my white spirit has dried out. Ah, your local Games Workshop, Furbit. Where is the Furbit store? No, I'd like to have a go with it. I think it'd be interesting just to try, you know, something new. I'm just going to do a squad of Gene Stealers just for a change. That'll be the change up, the Gene Stealers, when that comes out. I shall be watching. Are the shops doing demos of it? That would be quite handy. You know what I need? Some dark in here. Just a little bit of that. Just a little bit of black in there. Just a bit of black and darkness. Ah, I want to go testing the car. I am quite jealous. I've become a jealous man lately. Right, that is gonna do. Oh, soak that up. The old tissue. That is gonna do. Now that one is done. Number 2, we started on number 2 somehow. It's done. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. I want to try it with 1,000,000 Marines. See, now I've done that, it doesn't look any different to when I started. 2 hours of nothing. Well done. You only have 10 more to go. Actually, I reckon I could do one in about 45 minutes now. Now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to get a bigger brush, a bigger load, and just unload all over it. Why have I got a 0 in the YouTube column? Apparently no one's watching. Even though I'm talking to people, that is bizarre. I think we may have a glitch in the system there. But, on that note, I forgot about the filthy innuendos. I'm going to go and have some dinner. And then I think I'm going to play some Overwatch or something. And consider throwing all my Valkyries in the bin. Right then, I shall say goodbye. Goodbye all, goodbye world, have a nice evening, and I may see you tomorrow. Bye bye.